Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. And yes, this is a late, little gossip chat to talk about what's going on because there are good things, bad things, and everything in between going on. So I was like, let's have a little bit of a chit chat. I hope everyone can hear me. I was supposed to be live at like 3:30. I had to push it back. But we are here now. And happy 313 day. Okay, for those of y'all who do not know, today is March 13th, 313. And in Detroit, in the Detroit of it all, it's called 313 day here. So to anybody who was either in Detroit, from Detroit, or whatever, happy 313 day to us, okay? Because we love to see it. Now, do not forget to do a couple of things. Just a couple of things, you know what I'm saying? Make sure to subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and whatnot. Y'all know to do all these things right here, liking the video and commenting in the comment section. As I always say in my lives, this is a conversation live, so don't be here not saying nothing, okay? Talk to me, because if not, I can just record it myself and put it up later, and then it could be that. So please make sure to participate in the chat and the conversation of whatever it may be that we're talking about. And I don't have many topics today or whatever, but we're going to just discuss little things around here just to have a little bit of one-on-one time or whatever. Do not forget to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, TikTok. And if you want to just send me $1 or $2 or whatever, go ahead. The CashApp is also JayLeesCorner and whatnot. Okay. But thank y'all for the ones who are here already. I know it was supposed to be at 3:30. I had to move it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm here now for the chit of the chat. But hey. Oh, I forgot y'all. I am here and stuff. Ignore that right there. My mama got me some little chips and whatnot, and I just have not moved them from the corner in which they sit, okay? Because I'm moving things around, making space for things and whatever. But yeah, but hey, jump one. Hey, ma. Hey, Nay. Hey, Nay. Hey, Nay. Hey, Nay. It's my cousin, y'all. I hope she goes off. So Kanye. Kanye will be discussed last because there's so much going on. I have the videos up that he did. Okay, I'm like, honey, what are we gonna do with the Kanye of the West? Okay. I know you probably look, stuff kept happening, and sometimes my thing be I be having to get graphics together. I'm trying to get my notes together to make sure I'm saying what I want to say. So yeah, I just can't push anything back because honey, y'all know Kanye West is be talking. I'm like, I want to be sure to have the actual videos that he put up because he has since taken them down. So again, we're gonna discuss that too. But hey to the people, hey, happy 313 day, okay? Hey, La Queen and Miss Keita. Hey. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Sunday. I hope so too. I have to also, honey, I have to do what I gotta do growing up hip hop. I have to do Black Ink Crew, not Chicago, Compton and New York that I forgot to do on Monday or Tuesday. So I'm doing that today. I have to still watch Love at the Lockup. So I'm gonna be busy today after this, because after this live, I'm gonna do probably the two Black Ink Crews real quick for a live, and then going to Pip Up for a live. And I gotta watch Love at the Lockup, and I'll come back and do that one as a live too today because I want to get all my content out because I gotta stop slacking. Okay. But yeah, yes, it's a Detroit thing. I'm just trying to pop in all the hello because y'all know it take YouTube some time to let folks know I'm on here. So I like to wait a little bit. I was trying to get a little fashionness of it all, a little fashion chit chat and whatnot, but I did not have I didn't have enough pictures, to do one or whatever. And I'm like, I ain't got time. But hey, shout out to Michigan, Grand Rapids in the house. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Joey, happy one for today. Thank you very much. Okay. So you don't have any I to do. Growing Up Hip Hop is a show I only do because I can laugh about them and talk stuff. It's not because the show was good. It's not because the show was entertaining. It's because I can be like, this is some foolishness going on around here. Okay. Um, The black inks have lost my attention. It's not the same. And that's look, some of these shows, that's what we do. We sit and we discuss what the show used to be, what it is currently, and we can kind of chit chat about what's going on. Yes, it did just come out that President Obama, because he's still my president, tested positive for COVID, but he says he's doing okay. Just has a little bit of a sore throat, and that's it. Okay. But let's move on to the things I wanted to discuss today. I was gonna, well, first, let's go ahead and get into Traci Braxton, who we all know from the TV show The Braxtons. She unfortunately passed away yesterday, March 12th. It was announced on her page. You know, her son, little Kevin, also posted about it. The family released a statement as well about her passing away. The thing about it is, about a year ago, her son got married. And when the photos from the wedding came out, it was a photo with Traci, of course, in it. And Traci did look extremely thin. And I remember people saying at that point in time, this was last year in July, how, oh, she must be sick and this and that and that and this. And I just remember thinking about how when that photo of Chadwick Boseman that came out, and people were consistently speaking on his health, making jokes about him or whatever. And, we came to find out that he, was oh, what did Chadwick Boseman? I can't think of what Chadwick Boseman passed away from. But again, we know that he was sick. I can't think of what it is right now. But when I saw the picture of Traci back then, I thought, it's something, but it's nothing for us to be commenting about. So I never said anything. And when I think the reason why it was so shocking that it came out yesterday was because they had never spoke on her being sick. She had been battling esophageal cancer, which is, I think, is a throat cancer, for around a year. She was only 50 years old. But they had not spoke about her. They had not spoke about Traci being sick or battling anything, because she was battling her sickness in private. So when it came out that she had passed away, of course everyone was completely shocked. As far as people who did not know her personally, fans of the show and everything. And find out that she, passed away from cancer. She was married to her husband, Big Cat, for 25 years. Their son, was 26 years old. The son got married. The son has a child. So Traci, in my opinion, was one of the funniest Braxtons. I had posted on my IG, because when I first heard, I don't like posting, breaking news, bam, 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 on people dying and stuff or whatever. So when I seen the news that she had passed away, I just waited, because I'm like, I want to be sure that I can post um just have the right words, basically, because sometimes people post things and don't be the right words or whatever, and they're being sensitive. So what I posted was Traci Braxton was the funniest sister on Braxton Family Values to me. I feel like the fans grew to love her based on getting to know her from the show. Season after season, she was just funny, silly, serious, and a real person on camera. She was always so honest with her feelings and even her frustrations, which I could relate to as a fan of the show. It's sad to hear that she passed away today at the age of only 50 years old after battling cancer for the last year. To her husband, her son, and his wife, her grandson, her parents, and her siblings, my deepest condolences. May her soul find peace and her family find solace in her no longer being in pain within her body, as her soul is now free. So that's what I posted yesterday, because I just feel like just want to find the right words and not, be like, oh, I was the first one to say she passed away. I don't be liking doing it or whatever. That's also why I did not do a video about it yesterday, because I just want us to kind of wait it on out. Because, like, let her family grieve a little bit. You know what I'm saying? People who know her grieve. We've seen so many people posting about her, because, again, I do feel like she was one of the most popular Braxtons on the show. And by popular, I mean the fans love Traci, because I think we got to know her through the show. And seeing her, good times, bad times, everything in between. And it was just like, damn, it's crazy. So we're gonna say rest in peace to Traci Braxton. Again, it was crazy. I was like, what? what? And I think is no um no one's death is expected as far as okay, it'll happen, people are okay. But it was still like, damn. And I think it may be because no one outside of the family was aware that she was sick. And so for us fans, it was a shock. Even for some other probably celebrities who did not know, they were shocked as well. But I love the outpouring of love that I saw on social media for Traci. Traci did movies, she was on TV, she did 2 albums. Okay, she was married to her husband, was her husband, who they both said they were the love of each other's lives. She saw her son, find love, get married, have a baby. She was a grandmama. She was, it was a great thing that even though 50 years old is so young, it's still a great thing if you think about all the things that she was able to do before she got sick and passed away. So sometimes it's like, that's like a silver lining and whatever. And even her son posted, how he was okay because he knew she was no longer in pain. So it's like, it's a hard pill to swallow. And then, somebody posted on because I on my IG post, like, where's Tamar? Her and Tamar had been beefing. I deleted the comment because I feel like, what does that have to do with anything? Look, I am not the one to say when somebody passed away that how they were beefing with a sibling. That don't matter. That does not matter at all. At the end of the day, them Braxton sisters loved each other, even if they could not stand each other because they all was fussing. You know what I'm saying? Tamar loved Traci, and Traci loved Tamar. And I'm like, who at the end of the day, them sisters and the brother, and they all at home devastated because they've lost their sibling. So I just wish people sometimes would not try to pull out, well, her and Tamar was beefing, where how Tamar feel now. She feels hurt because her sister did. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, what kind of shit is, I'm like, don't come up with that foolishness. I don't want it over here. So again, rest in peace to Traci, to her husband, because that's the thing when you spend 25, 26, 27 years with a person and they are known, and Big Kevin posted how, what am I supposed to do now? Because now the person he was was she gone? So it's like, it's just hard. Um, but let's see. Oh my God, Tracy passing away was, must get cut off. Oh my God, Tracy. Oh, was a complete shocker. Of course, rest in peace. I hope her sisters made amends with her before passing. I really think they did, mainly because if you went to Tracy's page, because I follow Tracy, if you went to Tracy's page, Tracy has stopped posting like herself. I think the last post I saw like of her, like in real time, um, it may have been around April of like maybe February, March, April time or whatever. And then everything else she had posted from that point forward, it was never really heard like currently or whatever because she was battling things. And then, of course, the wedding photo came out. But we had seen the sisters posting about stuff. We had seen Tamar post about Traci. So I do feel like they made amends. And again, people forget families fight. This people around here, regular folk like us, you don't talk to your family every single day, but it does not mean that you don't love them. You may fuss and fight with them, and you can love them from afar. But I don't want the whole thing coming up be, well, how was, who didn't like her? Who was she beefing with? At the end of the day, even if she was at odds with her siblings, they still are going to be hurt because she passed away. So it's like, let's not add on to that by posting things saying, well, Tara was beefed out with Tracy. You know what I'm saying? So gotta kind of help. Yes, colon cancer. That's what Chadwick Boseman passed away from. Thank y'all so much. Um, Too many of us getting cancer, and I'm sick of it. It's a very, very horrible, horrible disease. Tracy was my favorite. Okay, we got the rest in peace to Traci. Prayers, love, and light to our family and friends. You weren't trying to be Jason Lee out here speaking on. I'm not. And sometimes you hear things you do not know if it's true. So I be like, hold on, I'm gonna wait now and see. Because again, I don't like the breaking news. That ain't really me. And if it's, I did that for Jussie being, him being sentenced, but it was him being sentenced. Like that was a fact. The courts, had a video of it. But I'm like, I don't, not Jason Lee. She was my favorite and the only one that could get Tamar together. She can get them all together. And the thing is, I said, that's why I said Traci was honest in her feelings, her emotions, good, bad, or indifferent. You know what I'm saying? Tracy sometimes will go off a lot, but she was honest in how she felt. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, it's kind of, it's just crazy. Uh, I agree Tracy was the funniest, most down to earth, and more relatable Braxton. And I really feel like the reason Tracy was so relatable, Tracy to me was the one sister who had led kind of the most normal life. Because as we know, when the group got that deal back in the day, she was left out because she was pregnant with her son who's now 26. So Tracy, for the most part, lived her life outside of the limelight of it all. Whereas, Tamar, Tawanda, and Trina was at least on the road with Tony sometime as the background, do a bop sister. So when Tracy was on the show, she was the most relatable because she probably had lived the most relatable life to us regular folk. Okay. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, Tony did post it on her page yesterday as well. Tamar posted, I believe either late last night or earlier today. Just saying, Tracy come back. Of course, they're all devastated. And it's like, you know, we have to stop feeling like we have the right to invade on people's grief, because in our life, when someone dies in our life, no one wants 1,000 comments asking who, what, when, where, and how were you know what I'm saying, feeling because your cousin who passed. You don't want that. You want your time to grieve. So I'm like, look, no ma'am, let her give him a moment. Give him a moment. You know what I'm saying? And and let that be that. Now I gotta go back to watch them singing songs. The singing song Mama Son be at Braxton Family Values. I done told Tamar she was born to get pregnant, made the fetal tree. Yeah, they would sing songs and it would be hilariously funny. Because at the end of the day, they were sisters. They were siblings. It's also the brother, Mikey, who's, was also has lost a sibling. So it's like, at the end of the day, we was able to get to know Tracy through the show. We loved her through the show. I loved her two albums. Truth be told, I really, 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 really did. And she lived her life to the fullest. But we're gonna just, leave it at, rest in peace to Tracy. You know, it's a hard pill to swallow when anybody passes away. But again, as her son said, and as other folks have said too within her family, she's at peace now. I think Tony's post said, she passed away as it was snowing, so she's now like a snowflake. So again, people have to be able to grieve and deal with their family issues without feeling like they have to be, so public with it. And give them time to grieve. Because some of us we ain't finished grieving Pop who died 18 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So let them folks have time to grieve their sister who died yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But we love them nonetheless. Okay. I want to move on. Okay, I wanted to get that out of the way first, just because we're going. So you know what? But to cleanse our palate, to cleanse it, go ahead and like the video. Because sometimes we have to create space between speaking about death and then some funny shit. Okay? Because I don't want to be misconstrued or nothing. Okay? I want to move on to some YouTube foolishness that I was like, what is wrong with y'all? Okay, what is people doing around here? Wait, first, someone asked, what is 313 day? 313 day is just the area code here in Detroit is 313. So March 13th is 313. So that's why we call it 313 day. And that's all that really is. Y'all can have your own days too. If y'all zip code is 214 on Valentine's Day, go ahead and celebrate. I don't know. But let's move on to this little foolishness of the YouTubers who was out here at Target being stupid. Okay, now look, people know there are different forms of YouTubers who do different things. Some of us, like me, we do blogs and blogging and news and reviewing things or whatever. But you have some YouTubers who be out here doing little prank videos and all these other kind of stunts and shows for things, mainly for attention. Okay, mainly for attention. And this couple, Johnson LaRose, who's 25, and Charlotte Fisher, 24, who go by Saucy and Honey, were arrested. Okay, they were arrested because they was out here saying we're gonna spend 24 hours in Target. Okay, 24 hours in Target for their YouTube channel. Now they had like 17,000 subscribers at the time. They were newer YouTubers or whatever, doing whatever. This is my thing. We have to learn to stop being foolish around here. Okay, there are reasons that you should not do dumb things, and the main reason usually is because you do not want to be arrested. Okay, now the couple, okay, did a video called 24 hours, no, spending the night in Target, for 24 hours or whatever the challenge. And they recorded the whole thing on their phones for their YouTube channel because they're stupid. Because they're stupid. Now, they went to Target at like right before it closed, at like 9:45 or whatever. They then went and hid in the baby section behind the car seats. Yes, they put themselves behind the boxes of car seats and strollers and was like, we're gonna sit in here all night so that we can spend 24 hours in Target. I was like, but for why though? Like that's literally trespassing. Y'all don't know that? It's like y'all don't Google shit when y'all do things. And so I was like, y'all are just really stupid. So we seen the video where they're hiding. You see the speaker, like, we're closing in 5 minutes. All customers come to the front, we're closing in 5 minutes. And they're just sitting there, whatever. You see the lights go out, and they was in there, walking around in the dark with their phones out, riding around the strollers, touching the mannequins or whatever, but this stupidity. So they was in there again from around 9:45 p.m. until, as they said, 8:40 the following day. Because Target opens up at 8. Okay. So the footage that they did show them there. We in there. It's dark. The weird part was, even though all the lights were off in Target still had the music playing. I was like, that would freak me out to be in a whole. That's like a horror film, to be in a whole closed location in the dark with weird ass white mannequins or whatever, but you have the music still playing. I have to go. These couples who do these dumb challenges, some challenges aren't dumb. Some aren't dumb. Some of this fun or whatever. But when you're doing things at a privately owned store and you want to be in there all night walking, now they didn't steal anything. They ain't steal nothing or whatever. But again, they were still in there. And the video shows them again in there walking around. Oh, we're in Target, or whatever. And they also went live on the Instagrams, okay, at this point in time, because they did it in early February. So they said in their YouTube video, we stayed all night. We spent the whole night in Target. Okay, we hid. No one found us. We was there. We woke up the following morning at around 8:40, and then climbed out and then walked out the store, and no one was the wiser. Okay, we had food and drinks and stuff and snacks for us to eat, so we didn't steal anything or whatever. And I was like, really? Now the thing is, because they were in there, it's like, well, how did they get arrested? Well, the lie, I told you, a lie don't care who tells it. Men lie, women lie. However, footage from security cameras do not lie. So because the couple actually left Target at around 3:30 in the morning, it tricked a silent alarm. So police came, but the police came, when nobody there, whatever. Target the following morning, which is the following day, checked security cameras and found the couple walking around the store doing nothing. Found the footage of them leaving the store at between 3 and 3:30, which is why the police came, because they left the store. The couple then came back to the store after it opened the following day, when it was open after 8, went back and hid where they hid the night before to make it seem like to the viewers they stayed all night. So I'm like, again, men lie, women lie. The footage from Target security does not lie. And I was like, see, that's why we have to realize some YouTubers who do these pranks or whatever, it be all fake. Because you said we stayed all night from 9:45 p.m. until 8:40 in the morning. No, y'all left at 3, triggered the goddamn alarm, and came back the following morning and laid down as if y'all were sleeping behind the car seats. Okay. So police went and found Saucy and Honey, again, who are 24 and 25 years old, as we see, okay, a man and a woman and everything. And they were arrested for felony trespassing because they were on video doing it. That's the part that's dumb. Y'all was so dumb. Y'all recorded the whole thing. Y'all gave them all the proof they needed. Okay, and they're now facing 7 years in prison for trespassing. They were released on $25,000 bail, and they had to go back to court on the 25th. Now the couple said, "We thought we would only end up having to have like a fine pay. We didn't think we'd be arrested." Y'all didn't Google it? Now they asking questions? No at all. No, it's people do things and then they don't know what they doing. It's like, are you stupid? Okay. Oh, this was an old child. It's not at the Target. Um, I don't know. What one of the queens, one of the queen's name is this stupidity. Okay, who are they messing up my favorite distorted? I'm like, why? You know why? Because they're stupid, and they were. Hey, the fact, and the reason I'm not gonna post because their video is on their YouTube channel. I don't want it. But they were literally hiding behind it, and you see them like looking through the spaces in between, seeing like, people walking past or whatever. I was like, I'm just this gonna y'all just made more work for Target, because now Target, before Target employees leave, now they have to check the car seats. We got to push boxes to the back, and we have to make sure that no one is hiding around here somewhere. It's like, what is going on? I am so for these challenges. I don't even look at them. Okay, talk about doing it for the likes. Okay, doing it for the likes. What's the purpose of spending the night in Target? You don't have to do every single challenge that comes out. The people don't use their brains. I feel like because they were new YouTubers, because when I went to their channel, they had like 17 at the time. They had like 17,000 subscribers. Their most watched video was this one because they were then on the news. And the funny part is the news said on their report, oh yeah, as of today, the video had like maybe 1,000 views. After the news coverage hit it, when I went and saw it, it had like 22,000 views. I don't know how many it has now, but they did it for the attention of it all. They did it to be, to try to be seen, basically. And they kind of got what they wanted because people really did go and watch their video. Let me see how many. Yeah, now it has. So when I went and looked at the video a couple days ago, it had 22,000 views. Now it has 86,000 views, and they posted the video 2 weeks ago. So again, they're gonna need that money for their lawyers, though. We're gonna say that. Do I think they need to go to jail for 7 years? No, not jail, but I mean, they deserve something. You can't be out here doing dumb things for YouTube, okay? I'm over YouTube couples and they dumb challenges. Anytime. Sam, I wish I could go back to some more challenges but just something little. Not go read a book, stupid ass kids. Go read a book. The stupid things YouTubers do. And this is the thing. That's why I think some people, like, I don't watch couple channels. I take that back. There are 2 couple channels I watch. However, they don't do channel stuff. I watch the Levine Life, who I've been watching for years. They have 2 kids now. I was watching them I was watching them before he was even with his current wife. And they've been together for like maybe 8, 9 years now. So I've been watching for a while. So I watched the Levine Life, and then I watched the Daily Davidsons. But those are like family YouTube channels, not like couple channels. So those are the only like family things that I watch. But yeah, I don't have time. I don't have time. Did they not think they wouldn't get caught? It's weird to me because it's like, y'all not think that Target has cameras? Like, y'all not. And the weird part, for me, was the fact they were able to hide And so, which to me means Target must not have security watching the cameras to see two people getting behind the car seats. You know what I'm saying? Too hot. So because they for sure hid, they for sure was in there overnight. They just did not stay all night, and they came back in the morning. So I'm looking like we do know Target must not have people watching folks because they were able to get in there and hide. But I'm like again. It's crazy. Where I used to work at Target overnight, they must have been real discreet. And they were saying in their video how, what dang, are they not gonna have people like come clean after or come clean in the morning or whatever? And it was like, nope. They black, honey. Unfortunately, they respond with the response was proper. They said they were just living life, and I was like, live life in prison, dumb criminals, a bunch of morons. See, I just said they don't sound right. They look stupid. Anything for a click in a view. Play stupid games, you get the prizes. Damn, 7 years. Yeah, I think it's because of the whole. I don't know. It's trespassing. It's trespassing. And even though the police said like they didn't steal anything, but it's the fact that you were trespassing and you purposely did it. Like the dumb part was they recorded themselves purposely doing this. So you purposely was trying to trespass on someone's property when you knew they would be closed. So I'm like, y'all dumb. Y'all gave the prosecution all the evidence they need. They can just have your video up. I'm funny how everyone wants to step on the risk for everything. Um, True. I think that this is a weird thing for this. You see their intent. You see the premeditation of them wanting to do the crime, basically. So it's not as if you're like, oh, well, did they know it was a crime? It's like, no, you knew because you said we thought we just get a fine, and that's it. I'm not impressed with this stuff, and I wasn't either. Not Dumber and Dumber. um, the need security in the world. Top five security, Craig, of the world, Craig. I'm like, but look, hopefully they learn a lesson. Look, we could not be out here doing stupid. Look, don't be out here doing dumb things on YouTube. It's not worth it because this is the one thing about it. There's no guarantee that your stupidity will become viral. Had the police never had the news station never ran the story, which then got picked up on social media, no one would have even known about them and their channel. So it's like it's plenty of people out here who are doing dumb things for attention. And it's like you shouldn't do that because again, now you have a felony trespassing on your record, and that ain't what you want. It ain't what you want, but it's what you got. It's what you got. And if you don't keep doing things of that nature, you won't even keep your subscriber count. You won't really get all that attention. But we shall see how they pan out. And if they go to prison, let's hope their YouTube family of viewers will put money on their books. Anyway, let's move on to the next little conversational things that I want to discuss. And y'all know it's the foolishness of them damn Kardashian people. Third trimester Tristan and multi-face Khloe being lame as usual. Okay, so we all know Khloe's lame, Tristan's lame. He always cheats, she always forgives him. So I'm like, it is what it is. And we've seen two separate things being talked about on social media this week. Let's get to Tristan first. So third, shout out to Tristan. More information is coming out, I'm sorry, about his relationship, his conversations, his lies, his foolishness, his fugaziness, his hoodwinkiness, and bamboozlement of the new baby mama. Okay, so old girl, her name was Marilee, and she's saying in release messages from their conversation before that Tristan was telling her, "Girl, I am engaged to be married. Okay, me and Khloe is gonna be married. Okay, so why don't you want to wait to have a kid with somebody? Because I can't be here for this baby. Okay, I will not be involved in this child's life at all because I'm engaged to Khloe, multi-face Khloe Kardashian, whatever. So I need you to know this ain't gonna be it. I can't be there, whatever. You're gonna be a whole single parent." I was like, what kind of? This is the thing that kills me about Tristan. I believe every word of what the girl said he told her, mainly because we've seen him lie to Khloe's face. We've seen that, Khloe, I love you so much. I want to be with you, girl, forever and ever and ever. And then he goes out and gets somebody pregnant, and then lies about it. It ain't my baby because I wasn't even with her in March. How the baby yours? How is the baby yours? Okay, it's your baby. Um, so for him to be saying to the baby mama, what she said, he said allegedly, not allegedly. Now, while I believe her, this is what she allegedly said. He said, um, you should wait to have a child with the right person so y'all can have a family. Okay, why have a baby by someone who was engaged? I was like, Tristan, sir, sir, Tristan, okay? Bam, 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 bam. You ain't shit, bruh. You ain't anybody to have a family with, not even with. You have 3 children by 3 women. Each of all, you were cheating on someone while conceiving each of these kids. Because can't nobody tell me that while he was getting Khloe knocked up, he wasn't already cheating on her. Okay, it's like, what is wrong if you tell her to wait to have a baby with somebody who can be there? Are you there for it? Really feel like he's really only there for Chloe's daughter, Little True. Now, while we see, photos of him every once in a while with his oldest son that he had with his first baby mama, whose name was also Jordan, and I'm like, it's just stupid that he really was talking to the girl, the baby mama Marilee, like she was nothing, and she said how you treat me like shit. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'm pregnant. And my thing is, look, if we banging and I get pregnant, you can't then tell me to go have an abortion because you put yourself in this situation. I did not know you was even with Khloe. Because again, people also forget Khloe and Tristan was acting like they weren't a couple. But it's co-parenting. It's co-parenting, and he was up here co-parenting the whole new baby with holding woman. So again, be careful how you co-parent, because co-parenting can lead to what? More co-parenting with somebody else. Okay, and that was like, it's just stupid, and not. But also, Mary Lee, Tristan ain't shit, but you shot your shot. You got your ticket, okay? Because that's what it is. Tristan can't be trusted at all, ever, ever, ever. So leave it be. Now, again, separate from third trimester Tristan, let's get into multi-face Khloe. Multi-face Khloe did an interview. Okay. And in an interview, she was talking about how on the new season of the Kardashian show, how she's going to have to discuss the cheating situation with Tristan. And it's so hard to discuss it. It's so hard to live it. It's the weirdest thing to me how people, it's so hard to talk about these things, but y'all consistently want to be on television and do shows about y'all life, which tells us all your business. And as you tell us all your business, you don't want us to discuss what your business, but we will. Okay. So Khloe in the interview said how she never understands when a man cheats, how people like to blame the woman. I can't believe people. I've never been the type to think that was right. And I was like, ma'am, OJ daughter, you blame Jordan Woods, okay, as if you wasn't Jordan when you first met Tristan. Because let's not forget, when you met Tristan, his first Jordan was pregnant with his son. Okay, so you were Jordan then. Okay, you then got with Tristan, and then you got pissed at Jordan for allegedly kissing Tristan, and y'all drugged that girl for filth. Y'all blamed her for breaking up your happy home, and I'm like, it was never happy. It was never happy. Tristan has shown himself to be a trifling, third trimester, tricking ass person who will always stick his penis in whatever vagina he wants to. Okay, and Khloe has shown herself to be a multi-face person who will keep forgiving him in one way or the other. And I don't know why you keep forgiving him. I really do not. And think about it, not even that. If you're gonna keep forgiving him, stop making it seem as if the women he deals with are the problem. No, you and Tristan is the problem. It's y'all. Okay, it's y'all. And it's like to say, I don't know why people blame the woman. And this is my thing. Because someone said maybe she meant she don't get why people blame the girlfriend. Like if he cheated on Khloe, why blame Khloe for his cheating? Even if that's what you meant, if your point is it's the man's fault, that would also match the girl he was cheating with. It's not her fault, it's his fault. But y'all drug Jordan for filth for months on social media, and y'all are probably upset that y'all dragation didn't work. We like Jordan. We never stopped liking her. We stopped liking y'all a little bit more. Okay, that's what it is. But y'all attempted to ruin that girl's life because third trimester tricking his dick off Tristan was sticking his dick wherever he wanted to. Okay, and that's some foolishness. And so for him to be telling the new baby mama, man, we're engaged. Okay, I'm gonna be with Khloe, and for Khloe to be making it seem as if, oh, when he cheats, like no one should blame me or don't blame the woman. Y'all both on bullshit. Y'all both on bullshit. Y'all can both kiss my ass. Um, let's see. I wanted to read some of the comments. I gotta scroll back up. Uh, let me see. That black man decided to play with his life in these times. Oh, that must be about the other thing I was talking about. I'm trying to be a little bit something. Next case, no time for Tristan and Khloe. Um, it's so sad that like, this guy is known for cheating and having babies with other women, and then playing basketball. Because what team does he play for? Okay, how is he in the league still? Does he still play? I don't even know. If he wants to be a whole like Marcel and Maurice, get it for sex. Get it for sex to me. You know what? You can walk into Planned Parenthood and get them for free. Hell, they even come in different colors. Get you some condoms around here, but you don't want to. What, engaged? Well, Miss Lady doesn't care how she was securing her bag. And this is the thing. I don't blame the baby mama, the married girl, because Tristan to me moves in a way that he don't really care what's going on, and so he's out here. Because my thing is that when people are like, oh, how did like even for Drake who got the girl pregnant who he barely knew, you was out here raw dogging somebody new. That's stupid. Tristan, you want to be with Khloe, but you're out here just banging some chick randomly out of state. Well, then you wanted to do what you wanted to do. And we can't be upset with these women who these men say, well, we only had sex like once or twice. Then how they get pregnant? How they get pregnant? If a man this is the thing. Let's say who it was like Ludacris and Dwayne Wade who had break babies, but they had break babies with women they had been having situations with, you know, before. So they were more comfortable with these women or whatnot. When anybody get a whole new stranger pregnant, sir, that was on you. That was on you. You helped that lady secure that bag. Okay. That part. Why did you kick me out your program? I don't know what that means. Allegedly they were secretly engaged the entire time. But this is the thing. If I have to be secretly engaged to the father of my child, do I really want to marry him? You are on a public platform 24/7. You have a reality show based on your life. What's the point of being privately engaged to a known cheater? So you can cheat in peace? Again, if you're gonna let that man cheat in peace, let that man cheat in peace. But don't come crying to us. Oh, I just can't believe he would break up my family. I can't believe the girl would allow. Well, you was the one secretly engaged to a known dick cheating man. Okay, no woman ever needs to come. No woman ever needs to even come near a man who's been with a Kardashian. I can, I agree with that. I won't let Tristan to sneeze on me. Don't get close to my lady parts. They have to stay telling their business. They can't do anything else. And this, when the show on E, came to an end, and they're like, oh, we're gonna have a new show on Hulu. I'm looking like it's the same show. So I was like that when they had this over. It's the end of an era. No, it's not. It's going to continue on right here. Like Oprah had a talk show and it ended. While she did other things, she never again did her talk show. That was the end of the era. Jenny Jones was the end of the era. Ricky Lake was the end of an era. Okay, Moesha, the end of an era. Okay, the game, well, not the game, because the game is back. Friends, the end of an era. Girlfriends, the end of an era. There are many shows that ended, and anything that continued on after that was something different. Y'all ain't different. Not at all. I like Khloe, but I don't understand why she even opened up her mouth about this. Good Lord. I like Khloe like 4 5 faces ago. Um, I feel like once Khloe and Lamar broke up, Khloe changed. And that's not like I don't like this Khloe. Hmm. The Kardashians have a whole lot of audacity. Let's not forget about Kim's delusional statements about women working. Honey, we discussed that already. I'm like, we're gonna leave that be. Thank you, Miss Keita Johnson, for the super chat. Jaylee is out here preaching this fine Sunday. I try, you know what I'm saying? I'll be trying my best. I'm sick of her always crying over the community, peeing like get over it. She chose to be with a serial cheater. He's a serial cheater. Serial. Okay. Um, he played for Chicago. Who does he? Oh, the second. See, we don't even know. We don't even know, okay? Because no one cares. Because he is Khloe's baby daddy. Well, also Khloe's baby daddy and Jordan's baby daddy and now Mary's baby daddy. All these things. He played for the Bulls. People forgot that it can only take having sex one time unprotected to get pregnant. Well, he don't get that at all. He may want to stay in the NBA since he like creating baby moms. I think he ain't got no choice at this point in time. But again, third time Tristan want to face Khloe can go sit down some damn where it is hush. They all need to shut up because every time they just said something, you know what? That's why Courtney don't say much because she don't want that. She don't want that smoke. But that damn Kim and that damn Khloe be saying shit and they always get in trouble. And I'm like, cause y'all should just be shutting it up, okay? They're fame whores. They have so many successful businesses, they still feel like they need to be plastered on TV, on people's TVs. And this is the thing. Let's touch on Kim a little bit. I think I already discussed it, and I think people didn't get. No one feels like Kim's statement of get out and fucking work. Get off your ass and fucking work. No one felt like it was horrible advice. However, from the person it came from, who's never struggled, is bullshit advice. For Khloe, I don't understand why anyone blames a woman from a person who literally went on a tirade blaming a woman, a 19-year-old woman, for her cheating boyfriend who continually, if Tristan had never cheated before or after Jordan, Khloe might have had an inkling of, okay, it wasn't as if he, was out here. But Tristan has consistently shown himself to not be shit. So it's like, yes, they have businesses. Yes, they are multi-million and billionaires. All of them. Yes, we all get that. But sometimes they really just need to shut the fuck up because it's a tone deaf message from them. Okay, and it's just stupidity. Tristan probably laying next to Khloe right now, and she just happy as pie because her black penis is right there, and she wants to have a sibling for true, and she don't want to have a. The Kardashians, I feel like their mama had two baby daddies. Okay, she had Rob and Bruce, who is now Caitlyn, and she had two baby fathers or whatever. I feel like they think if our children all have the same father, we're better than anybody else. So Courtney, who had 3 kids with Scott, who we knew at that time, Scott was a alcoholic, drug addict person. He's better now, fine. But again, she still wanted kids by the same person. Kim, who's had 4 kids by Kanye. We're gonna get into them later. So I feel like Khloe wants to at least have 2 kids by Tristan because she wants you to have a sibling and she does not want to have multiple baby daddies. That's what it is, okay? Period. Even because I might say, yeah, Rob, not Rob, OJ, and Caitlyn. Rob, that's true. Because I still feel like that OJ is Khloe's daddy. Okay. Kylie doesn't say anything either. She knows she don't want it. Kylie has learned her lesson by shutting up. So is Kendall. Them Jenners, they learn we don't want that smoke because they'll say little things and then, so they don't say nothing. Oh yes, it was a mess, and that's what I think people don't get. It's not hating on Kim. Kim's an amazing person. She's a businesswoman. Da, 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 da. That's fine. That is fine. But someone raised in the lap of luxury can't tell anybody else just get up and work because then you can make it. It's like, no, people work hard every day. People with 4 jobs work hard daily. It does not mean they'll ever get to where they are because you had clout and a father and a sex tape. Khloe used to be my favorite, but now she is my less. Courtney is pretending to be allergic to gluten if you're a candidate. She's busy. The messenger. 3 baby daddies. Because it's Rob, OJ, and Caitlyn. Y'all is horrible. Nobody needs to shut up. We need to learn to ignore things people say and not make it news. Let me stop. Because I was gonna go. No, I said what I said. They do sometimes need to shut up. And some things we can ignore. Some things we do not. And does not mean that we don't have to make a news. It's like what's gonna be is gonna be. Okay. And he thinking about who he wants to. I'm not dealing with y'all. Kendall doesn't anything cool. Kendall shut up after that whole Pepsi. Was it Pepsi? It was whatever commercial she did where she's like, oh, it was all these riots and oh, I'm gonna be a white woman and I hand them some Pepsi and it stops all the. It was like, girl, and at that point, I'm gonna just shut up. I'm gonna just be quiet. Okay, we're gonna get into him in a second. True does have siblings, but Khloe wants her child to have siblings from her stock. You know what I'm saying? I feel that because that family feels like, we have to be all, Cullen or whatever. Khloe has changed into so many people, and Tristan is a favorite to not one of them. Somebody posted the different faces of Khloe and was like, she has completely changed how she looked, and he still won't stop cheating. And so it's like she's changing herself to be who she thinks he might want. I'm like, no, Tristan is just an asshole cheating man. And it's her fault if she just stays with him. That's on her. Kendall started smart to invest into mind my business. And you could learn a lot from her. True, true, true. Her mom has 2 babies, so people don't get the jokes. They're generous. Africa first. Don't act like sometimes I'll be like, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't even have time to figure it out. But I want to move on from these people right here, okay? Because we have to get into the Kanye footage of it all at the end. But let's get into Stevie J. Stevie J is out here being reckless on camera. But y'all know, first thing first, like the video. Because liking is the thing to do. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all time to put out y'all comments for the last topic and move on to the next. Stevie J. So I feel like Stevie J is always Stevie J in. Okay, that's just what he do. He be out here being reckless, being foolish, one way or the other, and I always feel like, well, that's what it is. And anybody who don't get, he does things for attention. He always is doing things for attention. And if you give him that attention, he will take it and run with it. Okay. So Stevie was doing an interview with someone named Leah Lemonade. I don't know who she is, but again, she had an interview with Stevie J. And they were talking. But in the interview, I'm going to pull up the video. Now listen very closely, okay, because it's a short clip. Excuse me. But Stevie J is first of all, he's in the bed. Like I'm like, why is he in the bed? That's the first thing I kept wondering is why is he in the bed? Like, what is he doing there? Like, is this supposed to be like, is it for a a cover line? Okay, is it new sheet sets? I was confused on why he was in the bed the whole time. And she was like, just like, okay, because look at this. I'm saying, why he's in the bed. Nurse, this is unprofessional. Okay, to be having any kind of interview with somebody who's in the bed, unless they are confined to a bed, unless it's a pajama party or whatever. But she dressed okay, and he ain't. And I was like, what's going on here? So again, I want to play the video for y'all. Listen up.
I know. I know what I said. I know what I said. Yeah, I'm sucking you up. I know what I said.
Did you hear that? Okay, that's he is doing an interview, and this was the beginning of their interview. Okay, and he literally asked somebody. He looked over to you. Can you suck me off? I was like, sir, you're holding up. Sir, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I know. I know what I said. I know what I said. Yeah, I'm sucking you up.
Sir, what? How? Who, what, when, where, how?
I know. I know what I said. I know what I said. Yeah, I'm sucking you up. I know what I said.
I was like, what is going on here? First of all, the fact that the interviewer didn't even catch it. I don't think she caught what he said. Because when I first watched the clip, I didn't hear it either. Until I'm like, wait, he said what? And I went back and I was like, he really just said that. And because he's in the bed, and the rest of the video, you see him in the bed, he changes positions. You do see a person's hands on the side so that you know someone is around the penis area. You do see him moving around, and I was like, what? I would never be Leah Lemonade, honey. It's like, what is wrong with what is wrong with Stevie J? I don't understand it. I don't get how he how you why? Who, what, when, where, how, why? Right? Oh, Stevie, what is you doing? Stevie J, absolutely no words. Talk about being a professional. That report was like, I'm going to stick to my job and ask these questions. I would have ended it, but I also feel like she probably knew this is probably going to be trending. But again, I don't think she knew or heard what he said. But even the fact that he seemed a little bit high end or drunk. He did seem like he was under the influence of something, and she did stay professional when she mentioned how your son is cute. You know what I'm saying? His son said hi. Oh, you want to fuck him? I'm like, how did? No, I think he called her a slut. I think he said like, oh, you're like a little slut. She was like, what? Hell, hey, no, no. You know what I'm saying? And I like that she checked him on his unprofessional, rude comments to her. Stevie J needs to go sit down. I think the antics of Stevie J are no longer entertaining. They're rude because you should never be naked. Because he then got up from the bed and went into the bathroom. You see that he don't have bottoms on. Okay, well he had the bottom real low. If I said you put pants on, sir, I have clothes on. Out of respect for your wife, you should put pants on. He said, I'm doing this for my wife. I'm like, no, you're not. Because I hope to God you did not ask Faith the Evans to suck you off on an interview. It was crazy to me. Yes, he's an attention whore. Okay. Stevie J is 50 years old. It's ridiculous. It's really damn ridiculous. Stevie is a sex man. That's it. A gigolo, a mandingo. Stevie O ass needs to focus on musical gifts. He is too old for the shenanigans. I think all he has is shenanigans. Um, he is still at least legally married to Faith. So we shall see. Be careful. I heard someone's YouTube channel was taken down because of the sounds. What sounds? YouTube will take your YouTube will you can't play music on your channel, and if you are playing someone else's content, you have to give commentary with it. So that's why when y'all see me putting up clips, I'm talking through the clips. I'm talking about the clips. And the only time somebody will take down a YouTube channel for like sounds is if, you know, it's things that are explicit. And that's why I didn't do any of that. I got him saying that, and that was it. But I am so careful. I ain't got time. He was so disrespectful. That interview should have ended. That interview. Was he high? He seemed like it to me. And I was like, he needs Jesus, because it's like, what is going on? Faith is never coming back to that lane. I hope she don't. Because at this point, what's the point of staying? Okay, what's the point of staying? My mom got me this shirt for my 40th birthday, so I don't know where she got it from. It was a birthday gift for me turning 40. Um, I'm trying to look at some other comments. Once she realized what was happening, she should have ended the interview. I think she wasn't fully aware how stupid and lame he was being. But she was checking him. Like, people should go to her page and watch the whole. 'Cause it's like a 20-minute interview, and it was for sure unprofessional on his part, but she did the best in handling him and his BS. Okay. And I'm like, but you should never ask someone that. It's cray of the Z. Okay. It's like, what is going on? Someone got that pay taken down because of the, oh, I didn't, I ain't do none of that. That's why I said all you heard was him asking the question, and that was it. That's it. No ma'am. No ma'am, no Sam, not today, not ever. But see, people be trying to put out this salacious content. I don't want that. I give y'all the bare minimum of what's going on, and then my commentary. I don't need to ever play. Mm-mm. No, no, nope, not today. Stevie J needs Jesus, absolutely. Okay. Steve will never grow up. He never will. Okay. YouTube have a lot of rules and regulations of everything. They do, but this is the thing. YouTube typical rules and regulations are simple. Um, Honestly. It gets tricky based on like musical stuff, um, and what they may deem offensive. But if you are a regular YouTuber who just like talks about things, it's not as hard as it used to be, because I rarely ever get flagged now. The funny part that I will say, for my secondary channel, which it was monetized, YouTube demonetized my other channel saying I reposted content that wasn't mine. However, I reposted my own videos. But because the appeal process was like, I got time for it, I'm just gonna swipe that page clean and do all new content. It was a catch 22, because they were trying to protect my content, but they did not know you're pregnant from me. So I was like, whatever. But yeah, YouTube was funny. It's just a whole thing. Um, he talked about his kids while, because he's nasty. Because he's nasty. Okay. But I want to move on, okay, to what I'm gonna do. Let's do a Jussie update. Okay. So we all know that Jussie Smollett is in jail. We all are aware that he was sentenced to 150 days. He has 30 months of probation. He has around 140 grand in fines and fees to pay and all that. We know that he was, saying how I am not suicidal. If something happens to me in here, it was not me. At the court hearing. So his brother went on his YouTube. Well, first of all, after he was sentenced, his siblings were talking outside the courtroom about the whole thing. I don't know if I still have that saved. I probably don't, which is so stupid I didn't save it. But or do I still have it? Let me see. Oh, I have some of it. Let's see if I can share that with y'all. Okay, because again, the siblings were the ones saying, he didn't do this, he didn't do that, and I need y'all to share my screen. Sometimes I don't feel like downloading videos. I just be sharing things. So ignore this whole LL Cool J stuff, because I gotta wait. Now I need to move separate. Okay, so I'm gonna mute myself so I can hear these things.
his arrogance. He doesn't know the struggles my brother is encountering. He doesn't know anything that he's dealing with. He doesn't know anything that he's dealing with. He's spent all that time shaming him. In 2022, we don't shame people like this, all right? He basically called him a mental case, all right? If you look at that testimony, he basically reiterated and regurgitated all the prosecutors said. There was no independence. This is a duly elected judge in Cook County. He's supposed to be elected by the people, not just a stooge and a rubber stamp for the prosecutors. And I'm very disappointed, very disappointed.
Your name again, sir?
My name is JoJo Smollett. I'm his oldest brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have something I want to say quickly.
Your name, ma'am?
My name is Jazz Smollett. I'm his older sister. First of all, I want to say my brother is innocent. My brother Jussie is innocent. This should not be
He spoke about his arrogance. He doesn't know the struggles my brother is
a
encountering.
controversial statement because it is the absolute truth. What should be controversial is the entire miscarriage of justice this whole ordeal has been. I pray peace over my brother. I pray the peace of God over my brother and all victims of oppression and hate. I pray that we can do better as a world. May the God of peace be with you. Shalom.
Your name, sir?
My name is Jaylee Smollett. I'm Jussie's youngest brother. My brother does not deserve this. I watched my brother go from being a complete victim, which he still is. He was attacked, and he is now going to jail for being attacked. I saw my brother get locked up within 2 weeks for being attacked. Do you know how crazy that is? They want to say in that court and say that he's the reason why folks aren't going to report hate crimes. They're the reason
Controversial
why
statement.
folks aren't going to report hate crimes.
Because none of you believed it.
None of y'all believed it. We have letters from the NAACP, President Derek Johnson himself. We have letters from Rainbow Push Coalition. We have letters from the Innocence Project, all saying that he should not be in jail. And they put him in jail. That judge chastised him. He chastised my brother. He does not deserve this. He was attacked. Do people never once think, even the folks who are naysayers, do you ever once think, what happens if he's telling the
What if
truth?
he's telling the truth?
Do y'all ever think about how poorly you feel in that situation? He's in jail for 5 months. That is unacceptable. For being attacked. It is not his fault that folks are not going to believe survivors anymore. He is a survivor and he has been completely mistreated, and this has to stop.
Please do your investigative journalism work.
Okay, I'm back now. So yeah, those were the siblings talking right after he was sentenced. And let me say this, because people feel he lied, some feel he did not lie. But I feel like I can't blame his family for believing him. Because if your family is like, oh, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? They're supposed to show support for him. So they're supposed to be pissed off. They're supposed to, it's some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? That's what they're supposed to do. If I'm ever accused of something and I say I'm innocent, I hope people will rock with me too. But I ain't gonna lie though. I ain't gonna do that. Okay. I am still torn between believing Jussie and not believing Jussie. I still feel like it's some fugaziness up in here. Okay. Because who goes out to Subway for a sandwich? But I'm gonna leave that be too. But I don't feel like his family saying he is a victim, saying we believe him. So because we believe him, of course we're going to be like, he does not deserve, jail time. Let's see. I sure hate that for Jussie. I don't think he deserves jail time. He ain't hurt nobody. And again, a lot of people feel two separate ways. If you feel like he was lying, you're fine to feel that way. For those who feel that he wasn't lying, everybody can feel how they feel. But I'm like, look, to me, that is how family supports family, because what else they supposed to do? Joe look like an older, sexier Jussie, and the sister an older version of Journey. And it's a lot of this. It's a lot of siblings. And Journey had also posted on her social media. So the family's fully supporting him, and they, believe him. And it's like I don't know what else, you know, to say for that. Not that white. I don't think the family is delusional. It's weird that people feel like. It's weird to me that people feel like, well, of course he was lying, and anyone who agrees with him, you know, I can't believe them. It's like, no, people have a right to feel one way or the other. Uh, JoJo Smouye and Jussie just let him come home. He did it for clout. Jussie got his family out here looking crazy, defending him, maybe delusional runs in the family. I'm not gonna say that at all. Right, the one dude in the back holding his fist up. Sir, please put your fist down in the back. I get light of the meaning with this. I'm not dealing with y'all. This is bullshit. Lie. Strong genes were in the. Yeah, they all look alike. They definitely have very, very strong genes. They should just be quiet. I feel for the family. Was Journey busy? She might have been, but Journey for sure has been posting on her social media. But 150 days is usually the cut in half or 70%. So they're likely to do 100 days or 3 or 4 months. Martha Stewart did longer than that. But was she robbing folks? What think she was insider trading? Just not doing all these names. Okay. I won't even say that man's name, but okay. So why aren't any of these organizations in the courthouse? Because they send letters. People don't always come to the courthouse. Again, Jussie don't even live in Chicago. So they had letters submitted to the court. Samuel L. Jackson and his wife wrote letters on behalf of Jussie. So I think we don't even know how many people were supporting him, you know, by sending, because that's what usually happens. When people go to court, you have people who they send letters, they write letters to the court, to the judge to be read out in support of whoever. It's then up to the judge to do what he, you know, wants to do or whatever. But, you know, Samuel L. Jackson, his wife wrote a letter. I seen Taraji P. Henson had posted on her, maybe on her social media, if I'm not mistaken, about things. Alfre Woodard had wrote in support of him. So again, other people were supporting him and sending letters to the court, you know, because they all can't make it. So again, I'm not saying that he lying or he ain't lying. What I'm saying is, what do you expect people to do when they believe their friend, their brother, their son? Because, you know, it's like, what do you want to do? And my thing is, I kept saying, look, they found him guilty, fine. I just felt like he didn't need to go to jail for it. I felt like he should have for sure had probation for a while, some fines or whatever. But even I didn't think that he should be in jail. So that was my opinion. No, I don't think he should be in jail, but he need to pay for lying. Right. And that was always my opinion. That it's not that, oh, he shouldn't get any, you know, he shouldn't face any ramifications. I just did not think jail was the one that it should have been. I don't think that he would do the whole 5 months, maybe 2. Yeah, I don't think he would either. Journey would not put a career at risk. That's not true. Journey was with her brother in court when he was going through the trial. So I don't think anyone should assume because everyone wasn't there for the sentencing. Because again, he's already been found guilty. So someone not coming to the sentencing does not mean that they don't support him. He has support during the court case. So again, but we just have to be aware that we're knowing that there are things going on that we don't see. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. And we know for a fact that people support people in private because they can't be there publicly. But that's on them. However, his brother went to his IG page, okay, and made a whole update based on, you know, Jussie saying at his sentencing, because again, do not forget the court thing that just happened recently, he was being sentenced. He had already been found guilty. The trial was over. He was only there to be sentenced for what he was found guilty of. So this is his brother speaking on what's currently going on with Jussie.
So Jussie is currently in the psych ward at Cook County Jail. What's very concerning is that there was a note attached to his paperwork today and put on the front of his jail cell saying that he's at risk of self-harm. I want to just make it clear to folks that he is in no way, shape, or form at risk of self-harm.
So again, remember Jussie said in the courtroom before being let out that I am not suicidal. I am not going to harm myself. He was saying that beforehand. So the fact that his brother's now saying they have him listed as he may harm himself is the main thing that Jussie was saying he wanted to avoid anyone saying about him once he's in once he was in jail.
And he wants to let folks know that he is very stable, he is very strong, he is very healthy and ready to take on the challenge that ultimately has been put up against him. This is not right. This is completely lack of justice. It's angering, it's an outrage, but he ultimately knows what he needs to do. So we want to make sure that folks understand that, whatever inside Cook County Jail what assumptions they may be making. I don't know why they even have him in a psych ward. We still have not gotten clear answers there and why he's even in a psych ward. And they've recently added to his documentation that he's at risk of harming himself. That is absolutely not true.
And we have to remember the same way we say that when you're a person in the hospital and you can't speak for yourself, you have to have somebody speaking for you. The same goes for people who are in prison or in jail. Jussie can't speak for himself while he's in there. So I'm appreciative that he has someone, even if you don't believe that he should, whatever, you do want people to be able to say, hey, I'm not suicidal. I'm not this, I'm not that. This is not what I have going on, even if the powers that be are saying something different. If I was, put in jail for 150 days and they have me in a psych ward, they're now putting on that I may harm myself. You would want your family to say, that's not how he was. That's not what he was thinking, because we know of many people who have went to jail for things and did not make it home. So while people are saying, oh, delusional family, this and that, you want them to be able to support their brother, because I think that at the end of the day, everyone wants him to come home at the end of this. You know what I'm saying? So let's not, forget that these is real people now.
So please make sure y'all are spreading facts. The media is going to report a lot of false information. And we really need our people, the people who support us, to continue checking folks and making sure that false information does not go unchecked. So on top of that, if folks could really continue reposting things, there's been a post from my page, from Jake's page, from Jazz's page, from Journey's page, all around the hashtag Free Jussie hashtag. If you could repost that, repost similar images, make your own images, always just include the hashtag Free Jussie.
Now, first of all, look, he got 150 days in jail. I'm not saying we should all be out here saying Free Jussie, even though I feel like he did not deserve jail time. I'm like, let that man serve that time and then come home, because we do know that he would not be in general population. He will be in a segregated, wing once he's out of the psych ward. But I'm like, I don't see myself like, yeah, let's go free Jussie. I'm like, he was found guilty. That's what he was sentenced to. So, be strong for him. Make sure that we know that he is not suicidal. That's a great thing to do. But I'm not on no free Jussie campaign. And I'm not on that, even though I feel like he should not be in there at all. But I'm like, he in there. Serve the time, come home, and then leave it be. I seen Taraji B. Henson had posted. I think I have I must just have a screenshot of that. Honey, we got too many files around. It's too much going on. But she had posted on social media, but I don't know if she posted on her page. I think she probably commented within the comment section of Smiley's page. So the Shade Room had posted it, where Taraji said, I am not here to debate you on his innocence, but we can agree that the punishment is not for the crime. Emmett Till was brutally beat and ultimately murdered because of a lie, and none of the people involved with his demise spent one day in jail, even after Carolyn Bryant admitted that her claims were false. No one was hurt or killed during Jussie's ordeal. Ordeal. Okay, that's the word for today. He has already lost everything. everything. To me, as an artist, not able to create that in itself is punishment enough. He can't get a job. No one in Hollywood will hire him. And again, as an artist who loves to create this prison, my prayer is that he is freed and put on house arrest and probation, because in this case, that was seen fair. Please free Jussie. And I even agree with Taraji. Put him on house arrest for 5 months. You can't go no damn well. But he did not deserve to be in prison. Not prison, in jail. In jail. But I'm also like, he in there now. He in there now. Let him sit down for, the 5 of the month, or however long they put him in there. But I do want his family to keep pushing the narrative and letting people know that mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, that he's not broken and he is not suicidal. Because so many times we listen to the prosecution, the prisons, the wardens, and then we are pissed when someone doesn't make it home when they should have easily made it home. We've seen that happen many, many times. Again, no matter what you think, if you think he lied, if he wasn't lying, everyone has an opinion.
And we think it's best if you tag Cook County Jail along with it. We're really just trying to make sure we can get as much engagement and attention on this injustice as possible. Thank you so much for the prayers. Thank you so much for the support that folks have given us thus far. And to the influencers, to the influential people out there, to the activists, to the organizers, we need you. We seriously need you all. We need you to step up. This has gotten to the point where, it's been gone too far, but we are talking about, a very serious situation. We need folks' support in getting our brother out of jail. He never should have been in jail. He was attacked. He is innocent. He is innocent. And even if you don't believe in his innocence, you should believe that he should be free. He should not be in jail under any circumstances. So thank you again for your support. We're going to try and do more of these lives to keep folks updated on what's going on. But remember, Jussie is strong. He wants everyone to know that. He is in no way at risk of harming himself, like they have put on his documentation. He is strong. He understands what he's up against, and he understands that he needs to be focused and ultimately get through these next days in jail. Thank you, folks.
So again, that was his brother, and they did that from Jussie's own IG page. Not that makes one to believe. They tried to lynch him with a shoestring. What? Y'all, girl, I don't know that time sometime. He's going to be okay. He's masked up. He got to take this L. Still think Jill is a bit much. It's a lot going on. Why is no one saying Jussie seems to have mental illness? The way he ranted in court makes it evident. He clearly lied about the attack, but no one is saying mental illness. Being reprimanded by a judge who attacks your character and all these things, and your response to being sentenced to jail and being told, okay, you're going to jail right now. You're going in right now. And knowing that people have been known to be put in jail, and then they don't make it home. I would never say someone saying I'm not suicidal would make them a person with mental illness. If people lying make them mentally ill, then everyone is mentally ill, because everyone has lied at least once or twice. So I don't think saying he was ranting is really true. People have a right to want to defend themselves, to speak up for themselves, even if other folks feel like, well, you're lying. You really did this, and you're just lying to for whatever the reason may be. If he did not say, I'm not suicidal, if he did not say any of that, and then that he was put in a psych ward, oh, see, he must be crazy. He got to be crazy. They put him in a psych ward. So we have to be careful labeling people as mentally ill simply because they are reacting to a situation unlike you would like them to react. And we sometimes have to understand when people are mentally ill, okay, because they have a consistent history of ranting and doing crazy things. Before this situation, no one ever assumed or said or commented and saying, I'm probably screen y'all, I think my signals went in and out. No one has ever said that Jussie had any issues. So I would never want to say, oh, because he's defending himself now, clearly he's mentally ill. You know what I'm saying? Why won't anyone say that? I don't believe that at all. I think sometimes mental illness is an easy out for people to blame someone's actions on or make them seem like, they're out of sorts. I don't think Jussie was ranting. I think Jussie was responding to being taken away to go to jail for 5 months for something that he said he did not do. And the court found him guilty. So by law, he is guilty. That does not mean that he has to then say, well, okay, I did it. Okay. Sorry, y'all, I did it. No. Even if he's lying, he gonna take that lie to the grave. Even if he's lying, his family believes him and they're going to support him. And that's what family is supposed to do. People who are from Chicago, I've seen, what he put Chicago to. I can, look, we as people have been through more than a celebrity saying someone attacked me. Has anyone asked the police, when anybody else reports a hate crime, do y'all put the same effort into it as y'all did with Jussie? When anyone else have, complained about something happening to them, did y'all put all the cops on overtime immediately? If that ain't y'all typical protocol, is it his fault that y'all did all that stuff? Is it his fault? It's like, look, a lot of things happened with this, but I still feel like it wasn't the worst thing that anyone's done. So it's like, are y'all looking for a reason to be like, he on bullshit? And I'm not defending him or anything. I'm just pointing out things that people at times, don't think about when they are choosing sides in something. Because, like I said before, everyone has a right to say how they feel about what he did. You can feel like he was wrong and he should go to jail forever and ever and ever. Okay, if that's your thought process, it's fine. But that does not mean that he's mentally insane. That does not mean his family's full of shit because they're supporting him. You know what I'm saying? It's just two different things. Even if he gets out of jail, and he wants to continue to claim his innocence, what else would y'all want him to do? If somebody accused me of something that I did not do, I don't care if I am found guilty. I ain't do that shit. I ain't do it. Period. You know what I'm saying? So it's just two different things that sometimes happen. But I want to move on from Jussie. Okay, we're gonna just wish him, light and love and everything or whatever. We're gonna hope that he comes home safe and sound. And then whatever happened next for that man, happens next for that man. But again, if you are accused of a crime and you didn't do it, just remember that, you know what I'm saying, you want people to believe you too. You know what I'm saying? It's not the worst thing he did. Not get 10 years. He got 5 months for it and a fine. This is the thing. People ain't the worst. Look. If I feel like I'm innocent, I don't want to spend 1 day in jail. I don't want to have to be sentenced to 10 years for someone and then say, well, she should have been there for 10. No, I don't want to be in there for 1 day because I said I'm innocent. So 1 day, 5 days, 5 months, 5 years, unless someone has been to jail to know how that shit must be extremely hard. I don't want anyone in there that has not done something that has physically harmed someone. That man lied. The most he should have done was pay a hefty ass fine. I would have been okay with him having to pay more money. But I'm gonna leave that be because again, everybody's opinion is, their opinion. That's fine. Look, I'm not fussing with nobody about their shit. Okay, but y'all know, like the video, we're gonna get into Kanye. Because liking the video is the thing to do. I don't know why my signal is already all going out now. It's so aggravating. That's why I popped off screen, okay? But I am still here. Let's get into Kanye West, Pete Davidson, and Nasty D.L. Hughley. I'm like, what is going on here? Okay. Now we all know Kanye love posting on IG and post, and then deletes the shit. Okay, that's what he does. So I'm going to play the video. He posted 3 videos on his ID today. He has since deleted them because that's what he does. Okay, I'm like, boy, we all synced it. Okay, I synced it. But he is very, very upset because he feels like, he has no control as a father with his kids. He thinks Kim is on bullshit. But we finna, watch and listen and commentate, okay, through this video. It's like 9 minutes, y'all, because it's 3 separate videos, but it's like 8 or 9 minutes. We're gonna let's sit back and listen. Let's listen.
Hey, everybody. I just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I am not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so. And then when people say, they're going to use this for you in court, I didn't have a say-so on whether or not they went to Sierra Canyon. Most men do not. There's no such thing as 50-50 custody in society today. That's not even, it always leans towards the mom. But right now, and I'm happy that you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with.
This is my issue with Kanye. My issue with Kanye about this is, Kanye feel like now he can speak about what he does not have control over. But I'm like, sir, you've seen how that family has operated for a long time. So, and again, I'm not saying he don't have a right to be upset as a father, but there is a such thing as 50-50. But if you went into a family of people who are culture vultures, who was happy to be a part of their clique until now, it's like, what? What? You can't have 50-50. You can have 50-50, but y'all don't even live a regular life. Okay, let's make that clear. Y'all don't live a regular life. It's foolishness going on, and this is what I do call a rant that you may want to say, Kanye, did you take your medication? Are you sure? I don't know, but let's keep listening.
You understand what I'm saying?
No.
So when we had the Donda 2 release in Miami, I got a flight for all my kids to come from Calabasas to come in Miami to see the kids.
That's great. Okay, he wants to bring the kids from one place to the other. And again, I don't want anyone to feel like I think Kim's a better parent than Kanye. I do think Kim is probably more hands-on parent. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like Kanye maybe was as hands-on as Kim. Even though they both work a lot, we did see Kim with the kids more than we've seen Kanye. But let him keep going.
Then assistant hit me and said, all the kids, they said the kids are there. When the plane took off, I got a text from Kim that said, North won't be on the plane. You see, this is the kind of stuff that's just like the Chicago birthday party. And I'm glad that y'all saw in the variety piece what I have to deal with. Here go another thing. The Doves high school basketball game. We hold one in California. My daughter loves basketball. I want her to see the league that her father is starting. North can't go to that game. Now we got Sunday service this morning at 10 a.m. and it's North had a sleepover, so she can't come to Sunday service. I moved the Sunday service up to 10 a.m. so that I can go to Saint soccer game at 12:30.
I just wonder, I'm like, why Kanye go get them kids? Okay, go get them kids. If you know Kim be on bullshit, and when she's supposed to send kids here or there or wherever, and she ain't doing that, go get them yourself. Because I do feel like if he does not go get them himself, she can't say, "Oh, so and so not gonna come," and that can be where his frustration comes from. But it's like you and Kim are both playing childish games with y'all children, and I don't get it. The only difference is it seemed like Kim doesn't put it on social media and Kanye does. Kanye goes to social media immediately to, in my opinion, sway the public to feel like, woe is me. And I see people saying that he just being a dad. I get that. He is being a dad. However, a part of that is protecting your children. And putting all this out to the media, to, on social media, isn't going to help anything. It's not going to help anything. Kanye West is one of the most powerful people in the entertainment industry. And to me, I don't understand how he's making it seem as if he is powerless. That's what's weird to me. I feel like it's him and Kim playing games with each other. But Kanye isn't making things any easier based on his interactions and his reactions. The way that he goes at Pete is like, okay, now I don't want him around me or whatever. But we never know if North, because she's the oldest, she's 8, she may not want to go around Dad, because Dad be on social media on bullshit. And I'm pretty sure the little girl's on social media. Let's see, all that saying he's just being a father. Okay, I'm sure his concerns are sincere, but he's not going to get anywhere fighting this in the court of it's the court of public opinion. And my thing is, Kanye can absolutely be able to go to court. Okay, go to court. You and Kim leave your relationship stuff out of it. Go to court to get, paperwork in order so that you can have them 50% of the time, and that she can't just ignore what you want. But I feel like he hasn't done that yet. Kanye 100% has access to amazing lawyers who can probably help him, but how do we not know if his ego won't allow that to happen? Because Kanye's powerful, okay? And he's rich, period. So, let's keep listening.
Move the entire thing. So I called different people I knew, and the best advice I got right now was from Tory Lanez. And
Tory Lanez? That's the best bruh. That's the worst person to get advice from.
He just said to pray and ask for God to speak through me. I got 4 children, and there's so many people who don't have a voice and have the opportunity to be able to speak up. And just, God, if it is in your will, touch the people that are currently watching, my children, whatever sleepovers at, wherever they are at, the various nannies that watch all the children.
Kanye saying the various nannies, I'm like, oh, he is mom shaming Kim, because he's saying that because I feel like he's saying, when the kids ain't with me, all the nannies Kim has watching my kids, because she ain't watching them, make sure they're great. Are they great? We don't need that being. Keep watching.
And touch them and say, please bring my children to Sunday service this morning at 10 a.m.
God is busy with so much going on in the world, and you calling up to heaven as in our Lord Savior Jesus Christ to get your kids to church on time. Okay.
God, this is out of my hands. It's up to you. This whole conversation of custody, this whole narrative, gaslighting, all of this. It's like right now, this is up to you. I thank you for putting me in a position to be able to make Sunday service and put this online and have my family, you know, be there. My children be there to hear about God, to sing about God, to sing about Jesus Christ, for us to be able to have the first right, the freedom of speech in America, to still talk about God out loud. This morning, God, please, you know, there's no reason why these young children, upon their father's request, shouldn't be allowed to come to Sunday service.
You know, it's, you know, look, typical, sorry, y'all, typical half involved baby daddy. You complain about the mother of your child playing games, but you have not once tried to put a stop to it aside from making internet videos. And that's, I think I say, you know, Kanye is a black man and she's a white woman. Bruh. There are many black men who have access and rights to their children from the moms. Okay? Let's not act like, you know, that isn't a thing that's going on. Dwayne Wade got his kids from the mom when they divorced. We see other families who the fathers may not have sole custody, but they are consistently with their kids half the time. Ludacris, who has that, you know, break baby, little Kai with the girl, and we see he always has her half the time. So no one can make me feel like, oh, because he's a black man, it's impossible for him to be able to get half custody of his children. It's like, we're not gonna make excuses for Kim or Kanye. Okay, yeah, it's clownery for me. Okay, so the nanny not gonna risk her job bringing the kids to you against her boss, which is no, they're not. She wants some money, wants a job. It's like, it's crazy that, first of all, okay, look, y'all, these comments, calm down. Okay, calm down. Ain't that serious? We are a respectful bunch here. Okay, if you don't want to be respectful, just hush. Okay, God is watching. But I think the thing is, we can't act like Kanye is powerless. We can't do that. We would not act like black men are powerless, because they're not. Okay, we're gonna stop that, but let's keep listening now.
At this point, it's going too far. God, please. The boyfriend texts me, antagonizing me, bragging about being in bed with my wife.
Now, how is this in your prayer? How are you praying about your kids needing to make it to Sunday service, and you guys going over to your ex-wife's boyfriend text messages? And this is the crazy part. You're talking about your ex-wife's boyfriend text as if you have not been all over social media dragging that man, calling him skeet, made videos of you killing that man, and say it's just art. See, that's why I say Kanye be on bullshit. Because you're up and praying to our Lord Savior Jesus Christ, you know, hope that the nannies is okay, but you are now complaining about Pete Davidson. I'm like, why is this in your prayer? See, this is how we know Kanye is on BS, because Pete has nothing to do with your children. It's like, sir, just stop.
I thought it publicly for a year and a half. I've been dragged, and how she's not my wife. She don't have a last name. And now he texting me, talking and bragging about how he's in bed with my wife. And I'm like, well, who's watching my children if he's texting me bragging about being in bed with my wife?
Well, but it's Kanye, you can't give off smoke and then not want to get that smoke back, bruh. You can't do that.
And I thought this wasn't my wife no more legally, since I got I got the lawyer to finally finish the divorce. Because every time I finish the show, the Free Hoover show, the next day she dropping the last night. Every time I do something positive, it's something negative that's coming. I go and get the laptop from Ray J. Then she joking about divorce. I go and get the lawyer, change the lawyer so we can finally do the divorce. And then somehow I'm the one that's the stalker.
The reason that you're the stalker is because when she kept saying, I don't want to be with you, you were all over social media and at concerts and in public begging for her to be with you and telling other folks, you should not want us to break. It's like you were doing things showing that you were not ready to leave her alone and she wanted out. And we now see clearly y'all should not be together. Okay, y'all, right? You are walking around with a look-alike. You have a whole ex-wife look-alike or you're dating, sir. Okay, like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? The nannies are watching the children like they always have. Right? He's like, who's watching my kids? The nannies, the same ones who watch the kids when you was in the bed with Kim. The same ones who watch the kids when you are at the concerts on stage. The same ones who have always watched you guys as children. Kim has always had nannies. Kanye was around when she had nannies. Okay? But I'm gonna leave it be.
God, I just need to protect you protect the children. I know our nannies, some of them are Christian.
Not some of them are Christian. Why he snitching on them saying they're not Christian?
Touch them, please, God, today and have them bring my children to Sunday service this morning.
God is busy with war, dead folk, COVID, student loans not being afforded, gas being too high, and you praying to God to ask your kids to make it a Sunday service. Okay. Block this person. Block them. Look. Oh God, block them because it's you're getting on my nerve. Okay, you're getting on my damn nerve. It's obvious the host wants to be Kanye. What the fuck? Are you nuts? Anyway.
The devil ain't gonna win. You get what I'm saying? This is gaslighting. Kim gets black people out of prison. You know who puts black people in prison? The person that the boyfriend has a tattoo of, Hillary. You understand the setup right here? You understand that?
How did Hillary get in your prayer to Jesus? You was cross-referencing too many scenarios, Kanye. God's like, look, call on me for one thing at a time, sir. What are you doing, sir?
Narrative right here. God, please, in your son's name, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, please make sure my kids come to Sunday service.
He is really praying to God for his kid to come to Sunday service. He is really praying to God for that. I'm like, sir, you can go get your children.
Please. Amen. We as men in that community have no say-so of where our kids go to school. I'll see if Trav does, but Tristan, I know I hadn't had a say-so. I didn't want my kids to go to Sierra Canyon. And so when y'all talk about this, are they going to use mental health for the custody? I don't have custody. I had to fight to have my kids not on TikTok. It's been a fight for where my kids go to school, and we started our own school. It's always been a gang. You understand? It's like we've never had Christmas any place else other than one location for the entire time. And we understand that, but I want y'all to know, like,
not saying we understand that, but there's an issue with that. I'm like, you're complaining about things that you knew beforehand. Like people knew exactly who the Kardashians was, and Kanye loves the Kardashians. So it's like he has 4 different narratives that he's talking about, and it's kind of going on and on and on and on about. And it's like, but you knew half of this before you even got with her. You admired her from afar, seen her bullshit, but just kept, being there with her. So it's weird to me that he's covering all these separate situations and things he don't like and don't like, or he do like and do like, or he don't understand. It's like, sir, just stop. Okay, just please stop.
Yo, this has been 20 years. I've been contributing my thoughts, ideas, perspectives. Y'all agree with me sometimes. Y'all don't agree with me. But y'all got someone that can talk to you that's not being controlled by a management conglomerate. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time Jay Brown blatantly said, yo, you're crazy, right? But was I crazy when you tried to get 15% of Yeezy for Rock Nation for no reason and I told you no? Was I crazy then? You see, sometimes, it's just like how people in Hollywood, they'll bully you for not being a part of exactly what they want, for not voting for Hillary, for not...
You can tell he run out of bullshit to say, because again, it's just so much.
Just God, I know that people going to feel me and feel my heart just as a father. You know what I'm saying? Like just as a dad. I look up and I wanted to come to Kim's defense in some way about when everyone was attacking her about the variety, because that's just my heart as a dad. My spirit is like just to protect at all costs. And I just look at my daughter full makeup singing She's in Love with an Emo Girl on TikTok, and I didn't have no say, no approval. Hey, what do you think? Do you think this would be cool or not? You know what I mean? And I'm the one that made them cool.
Not you made them cool. Look, it's like Kanye wants to be done with the family, but still have say so over what they do, and vice versa. It's the weirdest shit. But he weird, and so is Kim. I don't get it. Right? He's talking about 18,755 topics in these. Honey, it's so much. It's so much. Okay, I was like, get out of my face, Kanye.
But then I'm not asked what's cool for my actual children in America. Like, nah, man. And can't nobody on their side, my side, not Traci Romulus, that puts her kid next to my daughter to try to control her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been fired, Traci Romulus. Not Ray Romulus, her husband won't say nothing. Like, no, bro, it's up. And the thing that you're not going to do is get me to do anything illegal or anything like your favorite word, erratic. That's why I'm talking to you directly. They wouldn't give me the address of Chicago's birthday party so that could scar in her memory that dad wasn't there when dad want to be there. Y'all turned the idea. I was just at the house 2 days ago with my kids doing homework with Kim right there. Well, y'all running this narrative that somehow I'm this thing. I'm a dad. I have an opinion. I'm an American. I'm a Christian. I'm an entrepreneur. And I'm not controlled.
Oh, we know. So again, that was Kanye's rant for today, okay? And the reason I said that was Kanye's rant is because separate from him posting those videos today, he also posted some comments, okay? Now I'm going to share my screen because I ain't feel like pulling all the stuff from I think it was on the Neighborhood Talk, where he was definitely on some bullshit. Okay. And someone posted screenshots of the text conversation between Kanye and Pete. I'm going to read it to y'all from the Neighborhood Talk, okay? I just didn't feel like doing screenshots. It said, yo, it's Skeet. I'm like, first of all, Pete calling himself Skeet is funny. And again, these are alleged texts, and Pete's friend posted these messages on his behalf. Yo, it's Skeet. Can you please take a second and calm down? It's 8 a.m. And then don't gotta be like this. Kim is literally the best mother I've ever met. What she does for those kids is amazing, and you are so fucking lucky that she's your kid's mom. I've decided I'm not gonna let you treat us this way anymore, and I'm done being quiet. Grow the fuck up. And so, response from Kanye allegedly, oh, you use profanity? Where are you right now? And he said, in bed with your wife. Okay. He then, oh damn, wrong thing. Next to you. Boom. He then sent this picture saying he was in the bed with your wife. Kanye literally says back, happy to see you're out of the hospital and rehab. And Pete says, same here. It's wonders what those places can do when you go get help. You should try it. Okay. I'm in LA for the day if you want to stop being a little internet bitch boy and talk. You don't scare me, bro. Your actions are so pussy and embarrassing. It's sad. It's so sad to watch you ruin your legacy on the daily. Kanye said back, "You're more than welcome to come to Sunday service." Pete then says, "Why don't we meet after Sunday service and Saints game? I'll be at BHH. I don't know what that is. We can have food and talk it out in my room, or maybe the Beverly Hills Hotel. Privately, one-on-one, man to man. What are you doing to your family? What you're doing to your family is dangerous and going to scar them for life. Please handle these matters privately, bro. I beg you." He then says back, "You want to see me? Come to Sunday service." Pete says, "This isn't for public, dude. I'm not here for pictures and press," which obviously is obviously all you care about. "My offer stands. I wish you man up for once in your life. Let me help you, man. I struggle with mental stuff too. It's not an easy journey. You don't have to feel this way anymore. There's no shame in having a little help. You'll be so happy and at peace. You have no idea how nice I've been to you despite your actions towards me. I've stopped SNL from talking about or making fun of you, which they want to do for months. I've stopped stand-up comedians. I've stopped stand-up comedians from doing bits about you because I don't want the father of my girls' kids to look bad out here. I have your back even though you treat me like shit because I want everything to be smooth. But if you continue to press me like you have for the past 6 months, I'm gonna stop being nice." Now the
It's
my
going
God.
too far,
So
God.
again, that was the Kanye West of it all. Ain't Rihanna pretty? And look around, y'all. Belly and all. Belly and all. I love it, love it, love it. Anyway, stop sharing. And now I'm back. So I see a lot of comments or whatever. I can't go back and see them all. But the back and come on, Pistol Pete. Okay, Staten Island's giving West some heat. Okay, around here. Because the thing, people forget that Kanye has been going at Pete more than Pete been going at Kanye. And I feel like that's the thing too. Kanye is complaining about how he doesn't have access to the kids. He's a father who wants his kids. But I'm like, if you took time away from going at Kim's boyfriend, you may have more time or more ammunition to, get, at least, 50-50 custody of the kids. But no, you out here worried about Pete coming to Sunday service or whatever. And that's crazy to me. And you don't want to keep just beefing with somebody, okay? Pete, a bit off. Kanye met his match. Yeah, I agree. Regardless of wealth and status of a white man, Pete is a typical example of how he can degrade a wealthy black woman. But I guess BW, I don't know. Anyway, this is embarrassing. Pete checks him. Kanye as a whole can't bust a grape. Oh, thanks. I am back. Pete said you showing your slip. I do flat out. Now this is the thing. Right, I don't know what black woman Pete degraded, so that part I'm not sure on. So I'm leave that be made. It's supposed to be black men. Okay, you are American, but Kanye West, but you are black. The Jewish community runs your industry. Kim got him. Her mother got him. You are powerless, bro. I'm gonna leave that be. However, let's see. Pete knows he doesn't need to sweat Kanye. Kanye is upset when Pete breathes. And again, it's crazy how Kanye is even thinking about Pete. Now he also posted these things on social media today. And this is all stuff that he had posted, but then deleted. The one text that he's shows it says they're going to use North against you. They know that's your only trigger. They aren't using other kids because they aren't old enough and are pretty much babies. Saint on TikTok wouldn't trigger you as much because he's your son and our boys have us in them. North and Shy pull at your heartstrings the most because they are delicate children. They're girls and we are protectors. Girl, I think it means are protectors due to our knowledge of women being abused in this world. And Kanye posted that. But I feel like you should want to protect all 4 of your kids, no matter they're boys or girls. So it's like if Saint and whoever Psalms is babies, like why we not want to protect them too? I'm confused. So it's like I don't know who telling him this. Okay, I don't know what. Pistol Pete is was living rent free in Kanye's head, and the post he put up about North and Kim, who have this TikTok page. North is only 8. He is fully against North, being on this site. He hates the fact that she's on there, and that's his main concern. Like she's too young, and she was on there with her mom and I think Penelope, her cousin, and they were singing. It's some song about being in love with emo girl. I'm like, when I was younger, I was singing crazy songs too because it's just a song. It's just a song. I still Bell Biv DeVoe points about old girl in a big booty smile. It's whatever. But he put up on here, my daughter would not be led by people who don't believe in God. I need Kanye to invest in some punctuations. I am in a very good place, in a very God place, inside the will of God. I am being still right now. This all feels like a setup. They want me to react. I flew back from Miami and none of my kids are coming to Sunday service. I am public about this because we are famous. Praying and expressing how I have no rights to my children is the only thing I can do legally. It's not. It's not. That's not the only thing you can do legally. What? It's not the only thing you can do legally. Okay. Right. But what was the problem when he was living in the house? I don't think it was. Okay. I don't think it was. Kanye, move on. You don't want to be associated with the Kardashians. Um, True, I was singing Prince songs like sexuality and Get Up at 8, and no one had any idea what it meant until I was grown. Because as kids, we just like songs. We like the beat. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean, oh, North is out here and she's now a lesbian. She's an 8-year-old lesbian. And Kim is teaching her daughter how to be a lesbian. It's like, no, it's a song. And she's singing a song. It's like, Kanye, calm the fuck down. Okay. He also posted this. Okay, let's read the one where Kim is on it first on the right hand side, and his thing. I'm gonna blow it up a little bit so I can see y'all. My eyes ain't nothing. So the one where he has Kim on here, and that's also Kim from the video from her and North on TikTok. And he wrote, "I told y'all before about this TikTok stuff. Now my 8-year-old on here singing she fell in love with the emo girl. Leftists don't want fathers to have no say in our children's lives. I don't want my kid at Godless Sierra Canyon School. I got a voice and I'm not having this." And Perez Hilton, you still ain't answering my question. And ever put my name next to the word abuse. Don't play with my name like that. I'm a real person who wants the best for my children. And D.L. Hughley is a pawn. Yeah, I know a king not supposed to dress a pawn, but I address everything and find addresses, DL. So don't speak on me or my children. I can't afford to hurt you. So first of all, why are you threatening D.L. Hughley? For what? For why? Poor K. Now we know that D.L. Hughley did an interview and someone asked him about Kanye West, basically stalking him. And D.L. said in the interview, I think it was with Vlad TV, that he felt like people are ignoring the craziness that Kanye was, doing in regards to Kim, because he was, a rich black man. And what he's doing is basically stalking her. And if he was a regular Joe Blow, people would have an issue. And if it was his daughter, he would do something about it. And I'm like, it's true. We all said that. That man is stalking Kim. He is stalking that girl. And he is making her feel like she has no choice but to be back with him. And it was not okay. And if it was anyone's child in the world, they would not like it either. So I guess that was his issue with DL. However, on the post on the left was like a little video. That was him. He posted a clip of DL Hughley from late last year, where DL like passed out on stage. I think he was sick at that point in time. But what Kanye said was, we're going to stop letting practicing drug addicts be used by leftists to Willie Lynch our future. Black people with our own opinion are not allowed to speak in public. I am the glitch. DL, God does not like you. You have no favor. Your family hates you. I would hate to be related to somebody who used to be famous. Now you just known as a broke pawn. At least Oprah got billions allegedly. Come on, leftists. Y'all got to do better than DL. This Ye. Bring the real smoke, baby. Show your real face. Charlemagne just don't hit the same, do he? Y'all gonna get it now. God is with us, and you send DL to be against us. You've lost. No brilliant Hebrews will bow to y'all no more. Only dumb ass drug addicts, house niggas don't play me and don't play with God. Anybody ready to deal? Call Chris McLean at Adidas for Yeezys. They not free though. We running the business over here. He just get ran. You see Skeet missing work. Anybody else want to play with me? Please, 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 for the love of God, come and get me. Let's see how it turns out. So I was like, oh, so you're threatening people. It's like, but this, this is why I say he out here saying, you know, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? They won't let me be a father. I want my kids and I can't. I'm like, sir, you have not been concerned. You're going about everything else. Like, why is you bringing up your Hughley? Why are you saying, hey, leftists, why are you telling people to go get Yeezys? Is this a promotion of your shoes? It's confusing to me how he's on bull of the shit, okay? It's crazy. Now, DL responded on Twitter, because y'all know DL is a comedian, okay? And what DL said was, anywhere that Kanye supposedly has all these goons who will kill for him, but none of them will get his prescription filled. Here's the thought: while you're on your way to kill me in Calabasas, how about somebody drop by CVS and pick up his Xanax? Laughed out loud. He then said, Kanye, it's just too bad that you're acting like a nut. Won't stop Pete from busting one. I'm like, not Pete busting nuts in his wife. Okay, he then said, ain't no way in hell I ever be scared of a dude who wears I know it, I know what you did last summer boots. Girl, look. Okay. Again, Kanye uses social media to throw these jabs. Okay, he throws these jabs. And it's a catch-22 as someone who, reports or talks and give commentary on these things, because I see two different things. I don't see Kim as innocent. I don't see Kanye as innocent. I think they both play a part in the bullshit of what's going on in their divorce, separation, or whatever. But I do feel like Kanye brings more stuff to the public, and he feel like Kim be antagonizing him and behind the scenes. Okay, even the fact that he spoke on Pete sending him texts, and then the friend then posted the text that Pete sent. But I'm like, Pete was saying, bro, leave me the fuck alone. Stop fucking with me. Leave me alone or else. Right. Them boots. Them boots. They both flocked their black card when Yee said slavery is a choice, and DL quoted the racist DJ that in basketball, black women basketball team Nabby had a hose. It's a lot. DL is funny. It's funny. Not that I know what you deal with. Right. That got me. Chavez should just buy from Morris. He gave her all them shares of his companies, thinking it would keep her, and it didn't. Now he mad at him. And it's just foolishness, okay? It's foolishness. But again, I don't want anyone feeling like, again, I need Kanye to focus on getting you a good look. Because again, the fact that he had like multiple lawyers just to get divorced, why you kept switching lawyers? That was crazy to me. And then from it, keep making it seem as if I have no control of my kids. I have no say on my kids. Stop focusing on Pete. Stop focusing on D.L. Hughes. Stop focusing on anything else except your kids. Hell, stop working until you are in the courtroom where you can have custody of your kids and have a structured parenting plan in place. Neither you or Kim should be doing anything else at all. And no one can tell me. People kill me saying because he's a black man and she's a white woman, she gonna win. Black people win all the time. We may not win all the time, but we do win. And he has enough connections to where that man can have a legal document in place that he has 50-50 custody of them kids. He has visitations, and she can't block him from seeing the kids. The only time the mother can block the dad from getting the kids is if there's nothing in writing and y'all are like on some word of mouth shit. The kids live with mama, and it's kind of up to her discretion. And when that usually happens, you go to court. Go to court. Okay. He said nobody would go to no one will. Okay, no one. Problem with Kanye is that he's a hypocrite. If we was morally upright, he'd have a case. Yeah. Right, call Dennis. You know what I'm saying? Dennis told Portia, not today. Okay, we're going to court immediately. Okay. But it's all foolishness. Okay. But I've been on here for over 2 hours. Okay. I am tired, y'all. I have to still do more show reviews next. I hope y'all enjoyed this long ass live of chit chat. When I didn't have much to talk about, but you can say we got to the end. Make sure that you like the video, comment in the comment section for the replay. Thank you all for watching me live. We had over 350 people in the live. I am always appreciative of that. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to like. Thank y'all for being live watchers. Thank y'all for the replay watchers as well. Okay. In about 10 minutes, I'm either going to do Growing Up Hip Hop live or Black Ink Cruise live. I don't know which one because I have to get those reviews out today. So if you like those and want to come chit chat with me for a minute, come on over and see that in about 10 minutes on my channel. Other than that, I will see y'all when I see y'all. I love you all. Again, don't forget, everyone, pop on screen. Everyone's opinion matters, okay? Even if it's a different one than mine, your opinion matters for you, okay? And we can all agree to disagree, but we all have to be respectful, okay? Just be respectful, okay? But other than that, I love you all. I gotta go. Peace.